Well, that's everything that we need from that. So let's just get rid of all of this now. So now the next thing that we need involves turbo fuel as well. So we have the ammo. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack to 1,000. Be nice if it did. So we're going to have to set up at least one instance of making turbo fuel and packaging it. Now, turbo fuel requires normal fuel and compacted coal, right? Yes. Okay. We can bring some compacted coal over here and replace the fuel. We can make turbo fuel instead. Then we can feed the turbo fuel into the generator. And we'll need to package it as well. But that's fine. Only briefly. We're only going to package some of it. We don't care about packaging all of it. Yeah, we only need so much packaged turbo fuel. Yes, we could put that into our drone. But I kind of don't care. Alright, so that would be the next project. However, I do first want to go back to base. Get some more steel pipes in order to finish off the hypertube system that I started spreading over here, which we can use partially to go back. See how that connects up at least. We need to choose our next milestone as well. Now that we have the quantum processing or whatever, the next milestone will be whatever it is that will unlock the warp core for us. Okay, so let's jump into this entrance here and see how does this connect up now. Good. A little bit of a boost, and then it slows down. We could do with a boost at the top there, probably. Then we go through the world, which is kind of fun. Get to look around. And then through here, it's underground river. And out. That's exactly what I was hoping for. That little flick at the end to send us flying. Nice. Let's grab more of this. Just to keep us going, to make more crystal oscillators. And now we should be able to take this all the way back to base now. Much quicker than flying. Ah. Except that we didn't hook this up. Oops. We can make 2 entrances, that's good. Hopefully we don't have another instances of this. If there's another instance that we've forgotten to put some entrances in, then we're in trouble. Got that one, good. This keeps going. We've got these here, that's good. Then we just need to put a bunch of... oh yeah, and this one here. Then we just need to put pipes into storage. Okay, and flick into the power tower. I like that. I quite like that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's just dump them into the container over here, to be honest. There we go. Get that going. And we'll keep a stack on us as well. Right, next milestone. Energy regulation, that's the one. Yeah, and then we've got peak efficiency here, which we get fixonium. Usage and production of this material is strictly prohibited. On Earth, that is. There are no rules in space, only efficiency. So that then turns into that. Used for nuclear power plants. Right. And it's radioactive. And presumably that also produces some sort of waste byproduct. 1,200 resources per minute. My god. Okay. Well, this is what we need. Oh, we get portals now. Alright. Goodbye hypertubes. Singularity cell. I need like 50 of those for the next lot of alien research as well. And the ballistic warp drive. Alright, but to make this... you know, it's probably just as well I'm finally looking at turbo fuel, because I think I'm going to need it for all of my power requirements that I'm about to have. So I need another 250 turbo motors, which means I need another 250 of these. And I need 500 anyway. So I need another 700 and... well, technically 702. And the SAM fluctuators is easy, because I'm fairly sure I've got them all down here. I need 1,000 of them, though. I don't have 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 838, look like. But we can at least put 500 of them in. Now we can go and fetch... let's get stuff started, though. First, let's put those in there. Then put those in there. Honestly. And those as well. Let's make a ton of oscillators. Thank you very much. And while we're at it, let's just do this for now, rather than bothering about trying to make a double. One will be fine. I just want to get everything else out of my inventory. How are you going? You're finished in terms of what you had. Yep, you ran out. Right, but this is the rest of them here. So you can get finished on those. You should have finished on these. Assuming my maths is correct, that's 112. No, you haven't quite finished. No, not quite. Almost. Soon. You have finished with these, though. So, alternate radio control system. I like the alternate instead. We've got rubber, so that's fine. 90 per minute, though. Okay. Well, we probably don't need to overclock it. Well, we can put 100 of these in, and that'll make 600 of those. And then we can worry about passing in the rest however we like. Rubber we can connect back up again, because that just came in from here. And that's actually going to use more than what we expect. Oh, we don't even have much of a backlog here at the moment, just because of how it's been coming through, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. So rubber's here. Let's just grab out a bunch of this. This is our extra overflow, because I can't work out exactly how much we need, so I'll just grab a lot. And aluminum casings, we'll just chuck in as much as we can. So that can all go in there. Circuit boards, aluminium, you can get started. So then we can just put circuit boards there, casings there. We should use 90 per minute, so well, let's make that a 2. We have a bunch of smokeless powder that I don't think I have a use for. Let's just put those there and those there. Oh, we need 500 nobelisks for that. Why did I think I had enough? Unless I put them away somewhere else. Oh, I did. They're in here. Okay, so I have the 500 of those. Yeah, and then I need 10 nuclear, like uranium cells, which I think we just make... Oh, the alternate is perfect, because then I don't need to worry about sulfuric acid. I just need to drop in exactly the amount of sulfur that I need. You know, maybe we just do that now just to get it done. So encased uranium cells. So we need silica, we need copper, not copper, deuterium, and we need sulfur. I think we can bring some sulfur... I'm overthinking this because I don't care about automating it, really. Yeah, it'll be good to give me some extra power, but I really don't think I care. I think I just want to make exactly the amount I want and then get rid of it. We'll feed it into we'll have a manufacturer, we'll feed it into a container, and then we'll just grab the first 10, immediately use it in the MAM, and then we don't worry about the rest of it. So let's grab these, and we need 100 AI limiters. We want to have everything that we need on us, so that we can dump the radiated stuff immediately. Okay. We're almost finished. No, we don't even take that. While we're at it, we should top you up with some modular frames. Just in case we find more uses for these. We'll get some concrete as well, why not? Alright, so let's go flying over to where our nuclear is and keep a nice safe distance from it. As safe as we can, at least. Because it's going to be full, I can guarantee. Oh, we should have grabbed some, like, quick wire and stuff. I think we've got some in reserve anyway. We need just some raw sulfur as well. But isn't there some... Not really nearby. I've got to go over there. Oh, I'll go over here to collect silicon, and then I'll go over there to collect some sulfur, and then I'll just come back from that way. We can actually finish off more of our... whatchamacallit as well. You know what? Let's just bring this over here again, so we can just fly across this way. How we would have originally had it kind of strung up for ziplining probably, and then we got rid of it, and now we just want it back again. So that is where our uranium is being stored. So let's just work our way down here. I wish there was like an upgrade to building distance. Well, we can put the manufactory up here. Away from everything else. Okay, so there's the radiation level. Because it's a container full of a lot of radiation, funnily enough, it's a big long distance. Oh, we've got filters for a reason. Mind you, we just burnt through one. Surface is too uneven, so we want to have some foundations down here. I think that's going to be ugly. Okay, that's apparently enough. Yeah, there we go. Good. Doesn't have to be pretty. We can't get close enough to configure this without hitting the radiation anyway. So let's do that. You are going to be making an alternate fuel rod. And in fact, we can... You know what? Maybe we put these much further away for when we want to top these up, come to think of it. I don't actually want these off the back. At least the filters last a nice long time. So let's just deconstruct all of those. Because we want these containers to be all the way up here, out of the way of the radiator. It's going to get radiated too, so we need it even further. We're going to put them all the way up here. This is kind of extreme, but kind of necessary. So let's just go one there, and then just freaks out sometimes. Okay, so that'll be for like quick wire, silicon, and sulfur. And now we just bring them all the way down here. Yes, it's excessive. No, I don't care. Alright, and then you can go into there. You can go into... too long. Okay, well. There. Into there. You can go down here. And into there. And then... you can go like so. And then you can come out the back here. And we are going to get severely irradiated anytime we get close to this entire operation. But that doesn't matter. So you are now connected. You want to make encased cells. We just need to give you the resources to do so. That's where these come in. So we need quick wire. Actually, quick wire we can just grab out of here, presumably. Yep. Not much, but enough to get it going. Silica, probably the same, actually, come to think of. Yep. Let's just grab a couple of stacks of that out. Sulfur is the only thing that I don't think I have stored in here. I tend not to put raw materials. Bit of an oversight, really. Oh, there's some sulfur right down here as well. So there's a couple of random nodes. And I mean, it'll be enough to make the amount that I want. That's the ironic thing. Because I don't want that much. What I could even do is make a nuclear power plant, have it so that it's connected to the network. Well, not connected as such. Make it so that it's rigged up so it could connect to the network. but have it so it easily shorts, or it can be... I have the ability to switch even. So then I can just connect it or disconnect it at will. So if I need some extra power at some point, then I can fire it up. But otherwise, it's not going to burn through the limited amount of fuel rods that I have. Well, one, let's make sure that you are actually an entrance. Now we can go down. We've got a support down here anyway. Not horizontal to vertical, thank you. We want noodle. That'll be a very painful way of travelling. Run you all the way over here. At this point, you can probably go underground again. So I'm not going to bother with a booster. And at what point is it too long? It's not. Okay, good. So then we can go like this and have the little flick at the end. Lovely. Connect up to that. Nice. Okay. Good. And I have a bunch more sulfur on me. Well, I have enough, at the very least, to do what I want to do. There was more loose sulfur around as well. But it's nice that at any point I can just fill those containers up with exactly what I need to get the encased uranium. But otherwise, it's not something I care about. Little boost there. Another little boost there. Okay, that gets us up the hill nicely. And then down through the map. And flick. Beautiful. Love it. Let's just go straight down. Put it in. Because why not? We'll have the waste to get rid of if we do fire up a nuclear power plant, though. That's the only other problem. Alright, here's the radiation. And sulfur. You in. I don't care about doubling or anything like that. We want 10 of them for our current purposes. Nuclear power. Whoa, this is... Oh, it's so big. They're not even that useful, but it's just so big. Oh well, whatever. Let's just stick you down here. There you go. Do you need water as well? You probably do. Yeah, you need water as well. Is there even any water around here? Oh, there's a stream over the other side. That's not going to be enough though, is it? Yeah, so this isn't going to even work. Not at this point. Because I don't think that stream is deep enough to have a... No, it's not big enough for a water extractor. Not at all. No, not even slightly. Wire is too long here. Yeah, not even close. So we would need to pipe water down here as well from up here. Well, it comes down the same way, I guess, at least. It's a theoretical possibility. And then we want that. Where's the connection for that? Over there. Okay. So we want this to be completely separate, ideally. So we want to bring this up like here. And bring it all the way up here. The idea being that from this point, we can fire up the reactor if we want by connecting these two cables. Let's put down a MAM, because we're going to be very radioactive soon. Yeah, so let's split these out so I have only the 10 that I exactly need, because now I am radioactive. And let's get rid of it right now. There you go. Nuclear deterrent. We can now make nuclear nobelisks. I have no desire to do that.
This nobelisk uses a nuclear fission reaction to generate a massive explosion.
Yup.
Ensure all Fixit employees are clear of the blast zone before detonation. You probably should not use this.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. No refunds available. Side effects include glowing, growing extra limbs, liquefied skin, unexpected cravings for flesh, itching scalp, hair loss, finger loss, loss in general, indigestion, and flatulence.
Oh no,
Please
not
consult
indigestion
your
or
weapons
flatulence.
manufacturing facility if symptoms persist beyond the half-life of uranium-238.
Yeah, I don't see a world where you ever need to use a nuclear obelisk. That said, I did get one from the Fixmas event, so, you know, I'll probably give it a go. If we just connect you around to that as well, so you're going to be connected up, so you'll have fuel going in, and then it should show me what rate it would burn it at, and what it would then produce. Oh, is that not what it takes as fuel? Oh, you need to process them further, don't you? Okay, well, we're going to be radioactive again for a bit. So let's dump them back in there. We need to do one more step, don't we? In which case, I definitely don't want to mess with this. Too many steps involved. Yeah, because it's encased uranium cells, but then they need to be turned into a fuel rod, which requires encased industrial beams and electromagnetic control rods. Which is just annoying, really. Well, we can do the same thing and just stick 2 more containers at the top there. And put another manufactory down. It's just, it is annoying how many extra steps there are involved in all of this. So if we put some more foundations down like this. So it's probably not ideal, but... And then manufacturer. Okay, well, I wanted to put it that far, that way instead, but why is that not working? I'm confused what its problem is with that. So I didn't want the output to be too far away. We could also do it like that. So then the output's facing the right way at least. Then you can have this facing like so. So if you were to be told to make uranium fuel rods, don't care about plutonium, and then have these like that and like that to then come over here somehow. Yep. You're above. Good. You are missing materials. Okay, we are out of plates because of everything that we've been doing. Okay, we'll have to wait to finish this off. That's funny. I mean, it's all completely excessive. Anything that we're doing here is excessive. We're very unlikely to fire this up. This is all in the nature of some form of experimentation to see just what it produces and what we can do with it, and then we can just store the waste in a container for the time being. But we've done the bare minimum, which is finishing off the research. That's the bit that I actually cared more about. So we don't have all that much left in the way of research now, actually. It's the alien technology side of things. There's one more step on the dimensional depot side, and then there's the side that has the alien energy matrix or something, which we need the quantum stuff for. We should at least make one of the like quantum encoders or whatever and see what they involve. So what does a quantum encoder even need? 20 turbo motors for a start. Alright, never mind. We're going to need a lot more turbo motors. I need to feed in more crystal oscillators into our radio control unit production too. Well, let's get you started first. Then we'll check what you're doing. Oh, you're low on cable. That's odd. Why are you low on cable? Oh, because of the thing that I fired up over the other side is now... Oh, and also I overclocked this, which I didn't really need to do. I think only 20 cable is coming this direction by default. So that's kind of fine. And we don't really need to double this anymore either, I don't think. Yeah, we've got plenty now. So let's actually reclaim these Soma sloops in case I want them for something else. That's fine. So how are we going with control units? You've also stopped for the same reasons, I suspect. Yep, you've... Oh, you've run out of... Oh, aluminium casing, of course. We were meant to go and fetch more of that. Ah, okay. That's annoying. You haven't made nearly as many as I would have liked. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, you've only made 100. Ah, but I think that's about the balance that I need for these, right? Yeah, it's 50 to 100. So we can get another lot of these going, at least. So let's put 50 of those in there. Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. 50 and 100. There we go. That's future-proofing. And let's just go and grab aluminium while I think of it, because otherwise I'm going to forget again. So we can take a look at our, like, fused frame production and stuff like that as well from here. Oh, actually, this is where I collect aluminium casings anyway, isn't it? Is it? Oh, is it just... Oh, we must have given it a lot. Oh, this is its last one, in fact. That's kind of amusing. And because it was using 75 per minute to do all of these, yeah, we never got a backlog of anything else. That's kind of funny. How many of these do we have in storage? Nothing. Good. So everything can come out. So you've now stopped. Okay, so we don't have any aluminium casings spare then, because we were using everything for this. Oops. Okay, well, let's go and see, remind myself how much I was making. I also think that it's only a Mark 1 conveyor belt. There's the heat sinks too, that's right. And maybe I could make it a Mark 2 or something. So we've got the sheets being produced. You're almost full. And we don't have you set up to split anymore, because we wanted to build up a nice big backlog. Okay. Let's just, oh, I'm missing materials, of course. What are you? You are a Mark 3. Okay, so you're a Mark 3 going that way. You're, yeah. You only produce 40 per minute. There we go. That's 60 and 60. Yeah, okay. Yes, because you're making 60 to make 12. Fine. But I can pick them up as I go along. This is actually faster than flying, I'm fairly sure, because we're running along the conveyor belt. We're missing quite a few of these, but it doesn't matter. It's purely for amusement. The Hypertube would have been faster, probably, but you're not even backing up because you're just backing up in here. Yep. Okay, well, now we have 200 on us, at least. Alright, we can put that stack in there and get you going again, at least. But you'll only make 3 lots with that. Right, I think the next steps are going to be fairly intensive. I need to do something more about aluminium, I think, to keep this going, just because the amount of radio control units I need right now. I also need to, I mean, they contribute to the turbo motors that I need a lot of. I also need to investigate turbo fuel for the next step of research. And I need to investigate some quantum shenanigans with the encoder, which means I need the turbo motors, which I need the radio control units for. So it all kind of feeds into itself, and that's going to be very intensive. For now, I can at least double check on how we're going on the other things. So we had that, which needed these, right? Yeah. So and those are made in a quantum encoder. Okay. So it's just a case of knowing that I've got what I need, and then worrying about how I'm going to put together the rest. And that's, yeah, I have no idea how to do. Well, that's the other thing to entangle as part of the next step, because one, we need to make some dark matter residue. We need to do that to start, because that's then used in the crystals that are used for other things, such as the superposition oscillators and the neural quantum processors. So first we need, oh no, the neural quantum processor doesn't use those, it uses the excited stuff instead. Either way. So the first thing is just to do the converter, the SAM, reanimated SAM to dark matter residue. Now this, blender, we need this. Assembly director system. We should have made everything that we need of those now, actually. So this could actually be something we do right now, to be honest. Or maybe this is also something that we do just to kick off next episode, I think. We've got a lot to do, that's for sure. Well, as is our wont, let's just fly up to our lookout tower. We haven't really done much different to our base immediately here, at least. You know, that's still the same as it was. We've not really expanded much in terms of our capabilities. But there's not much more we can do now without taking another hour or two, so I'm going to call it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.